I just loved soccer. So I started just training teams and staying involved with it. And I mean, I love having an academy. I get some coaches that are just such strong role models and know the game so well. And they have gifts for kids. And I love that because in an academy, in a training program, we're just teaching. It's Bob Smith Soccer School is what it is. It's a school. These guys that work, guys and girls that work with me, they know how to teach the game to young children. And I love it. I'd have all my kids as working with, in an honor to be trained by these guys I have on my staff. And I got involved in the training program because, we live in New Jersey. Soccer is becoming a very powerful sport. We're trying to make headways in the world on our soccer abilities. Everybody's got their own little part. I took a lot from soccer. I want to help develop, help have something to do with developing the next growth of soccer players in this country. So that's how I feel about it. I mean, I'm paying my bills with it too. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a soccer guy. I want to see players improve. And I want to see them care about it. If I can give them anything, I would give them that care about it when you go out there. When you come into training, come walking into training like you don't have a worry in the world. Come and focus and get to work and make yourself a better player. You're only going to enjoy something if you get better at it. Right. I'm not getting any better at something. I'm going to lose interest immediately. If you're showing improvement and I'm working hard, I'm improving, you got me. I'm hooked. I'm going to keep going. That's kind of how I got into that training program, Reggie.
Just a quick follow-up, then I'm gonna get out of these guys' way if they have questions. So like everyone, we all got hit by the pandemic. Did you do anything virtual during the shutdown? Or is it just your camp this summer?
Well, I did not do anything that way. My son did. My son, Dylan, is a 30-year-old soccer player on top of his game, 10 times the player I was. So he did some of the virtual stuff.
Okay.
Because he trains teams directly, PDA teams. I don't train teams directly. We have a program, and I didn't do. We talked to each other coaches about how. I don't know, Reggie. I'm not a virtual guy. I don't know. How am I going to work on you? How are you going to teach me how to dribble a ball right now, standing there, and I'm sitting up next to my bed? I mean, I don't get all that, But and actually, the timing of that was March 12th. I went to Florida. 2 of my kids live in Florida. I went there March 12th for 4 days. So the season gotten over. I hadn't seen them since the holidays. I stayed 6 weeks.
Wow.
Couldn't get out. Just stayed there in my kids' apartments. I tried to be careful going out. Everything just hit. And I was just there. I figured I'd stay with those 2 there. My wife stayed with our other 2 up here. We kind of circled the wagons in 2 different places. I wasn't thinking about doing any soccer at that time. I was thinking about keeping everybody healthy around me.
I got you.
Including myself. Good talking to you, Reggie. Pleasure.
Same here.
All right.
Bob, we're dreaming. Wilson, Reggie, and I met this week. We're dreaming about a outdoor futsal program in Trenton.
And
maybe at one point you'll be a part of that.
An outdoor futsal program?
Yeah, there's U.S. Soccer's willing to sponsor programs.
What do you plan
Wilson,
on?
you can mention what it's about.
Playing on hardwood floors or pavements? What do you mean outdoors?
Well,
Wilson,
go ahead. Well, we the Boys and Girls Club, we get some grant money from the U.S. Soccer Foundation.
Oh, nice.
And they're trying to push to get more playing surfaces and courts in inner cities and urban areas.
Okay.
Just trying to push the game. And they have a grant where a lot of folks who've utilized it, they've turned tennis courts into futsal courts. So they're the rubber courts or the all-purpose floors that are weatherproof and can withstand rain and weather.
Perfect. Yeah. Love that idea. Reggie, how you doing with the trend? What do you see happening in the inner city soccer programs? I mean, is it facilities that bad? I mean, we used to play at Trenton High all the time. It wasn't a very good field, but Steinert wasn't a good field. Ryder wasn't a good field. But I mean, how you doing now, facilities-wise, and is there enough interest in the city?
And Wilson probably can speak to this more. Wilson is our sports director down at the Boys Club.
All right.
But I'll just say that there's a lack of fields, a lack of space. We run a program. Wilson runs a program at the club. And during our fall and summer sessions, we have to get a permit from the city. It's jumping through a lot of hoops. Wilson was trying to get a permit for this fall and was turned away because the permits they used for the park earlier this summer, people weren't social distancing, whatever you have it, and they just kind of shut everybody down, which leaves us without a program this fall.
That's tough. I mean, you would think that U.S. Soccer would get into all these cities because there's some players there that we have not even touched.
Right.
And in order to get to them, you think they put up a couple fields there, have guys like yourself and Wilson run programs and just start developing some of these players. I don't know where these kids are going. I really don't. I wish someone would call me and come to my camps. I'd let them come in and check them out and have them be around the soccer culture that I know of and try to help make them better players. The Mooch program started that.
Right.
And I wish that would really catch fire because I think it's just a program.
Bob, like we do the soccer program, we start with the youngest group, like 5 years old until maybe 12 years old. But once they are like 14 and up, they trying to play for the high school soccer program. But sometimes they looking for travel teams. Yeah. But we don't have that kind of program in Boys and Girls Club. So I know you like people from Mooch, they're going to play sometimes in the bubble in Robbinsville, or sometimes they do the official games on the Robbinsville Community Park. But most of them, they left the program from Mooch program because most of them, they are like parents coaching. So sometimes they have some misunderstanding between them. So a lot of players left. So
a lot of players left the Mooch program.
Yeah.
That's a shame. That when it started out, it had a lot of potential growing. I don't know exactly how. I tried to do what I could with them, getting them free training time. They would bus kids from Trenton High out to the bubble where I'm at, and to have them train a couple times a week, couple hours for free. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was going like in a really good direction. Yeah. It's hard. I guess it's just so hard. The economics of the game today to make these big travel teams, you're spending like $3,000 a year. I mean, who's got that kind of money to spend on those programs? And I'd love to see a couple teams in Trenton get together and somebody like yourself get it going and have them put teams together that are like unbeatable, in my opinion. I think they would be if they were guided the right way. We're losing so many inner city talents. It's a shame.
Bob, me, Tony, and Wilson talk about it all the time, and there's a lot of similarities between soccer and basketball in the city. The recreation leagues in both soccer and basketball are just dying because those kids who do take an interest, do have a passion, and parents who are looking for a way to get their kids to the next level, hopefully on a scholarship, because they can't afford it, feel that travel is the way. So a lot of the kids that are lucky in the city, they're pulled to other teams outside the city because Trenton really has no true feeder system in either sport.
That's wild. And basketball as well? Are you serious?
Basketball, like there's a lot of basketball being played, but there's no, if you can believe this, I grew up in Trenton. Cal Water Park was one of the top ranked high school and men's leagues in the country, ranked in the country for many years. For the last couple of years, there hasn't been a summer league at Cal Water Park for basketball.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And these are what ages were they? College players?
Well, the Unlimited League is college players. We had players that came from the Philadelphia Big Five colleges that played.
Wow.
You know, obviously, Rider, Princeton University. It was a great league. You even had some older or retired pros such as obviously Greg Grant, but even people like Kelly Trapuka would come up from the shore.
Yeah.
And play.
That died out, huh?
And so much so that you don't even have the youth league. You know, all the kids from the city are currently that play summer league basketball go to Moody Park in Ewing.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Well, it's such a shame that the facilities and it's just so hard to get something like that going with volunteer people. It's just hard. It takes a lot of time and effort and sweat, you know. I mean, it's just a tough situation. I appreciate what you're doing over there. It's tough, but there's a lot of players in there. You remember a buddy of mine, Billy Clark? Trenton High basketball player. He was my roommate at Ryder.
You're kidding.
Nah, good man.
Man, if I knew that, I would have made sure he had an invite for the call tonight. I have to let him know.
Yeah, I was a big fan of his. I'd go to his basketball games when he was at Ryder, and you know, he came out to a couple of my soccer games too. It was like my parents, a couple stray dogs, and a Billy Clark sitting over there watching a Ryder soccer game.
Oh my goodness. He's really good friends with my mom's boyfriend.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, my mom's boyfriend used to teach at Trenton High. He was a history teacher. They're really good friends.
Oh yeah, you've known him through the years?
Yeah.
Well, tell him I said hello. If you ever run into him, just tell him.
No, I'm gonna make sure. I'll let him know.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Thank you.
Guys, you got anything? I'm talking to our young men right now. Sebastian, you're on mute.
Guy.
I have no questions.
Yeah,
personally.
you covered like everything for me.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
was a great
Come on, Devon. Come on, Devon. What do you got?
Devon's a defender. He's a big-time defender.
The defender? Where do you play? What school, Devon?
I go to Nottingham.
You're at Nottingham?
Yeah,
What year are you in?
I'm about to be a senior this year.
How's your team?
We lost a bunch of seniors this past year, so it's
Okay.
kind of like rebuilding basically.
And you're coming back as a defender.
Yes.
So you're going to have a lot of work to do. If your team's a little bit weaker than other teams, so you're going to have to step up. You in the middle or you out wide? What do? You a stopper?
Sweeper. Well, we play like 4 in the back, so like I'm a right center back.
You play flat 4 though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever get into a drop sweeper situation? Do you ever go on cover a little bit? You have to, right? During times of the game?
Yeah. Sometimes we do that, yeah.
Yeah. Devon, just step up to the ball. Read that service, Devon. You know, you can tell when a player is going to serve a ball. He's going to look at that your he's going to look at where he's going to play it. And you know what he has to do now, Devon? He's got to look down at the ball. That's when you jump. You know, I'm looking for somebody. I see this forward. I look down at the ball. Devon jumps. I serve it, and you're winning the ball from me. Don't be satisfied holding behind forwards. You got if you're playing 4 defenders. I'm going to challenge the ball. You cover me. If I overcommit and I get beat, that's what you're there for. You cover me. But the most important part is me winning. I'm going to win that ball. Devon, I'm winning every service.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, that's the mindset that you have to have as a defender. I'm not happy closing you down. You received it. Oh, I'm not going to let you turn. I'm not thrilled about that. I want to beat you to the ball.
Yeah.
That's why just reading it, Devon. You look like you're quick. Are you fast?
Yeah, some people say I'm fast.
Very fast. He's a lefty too, Bob.
It's a lefty.
Yep.
That's all right. That's cool. You just gotta, and you should mark somebody maybe coming from the right side of them, so you're going in with your left foot winning the ball. If that's an advantage to you, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're Devon, don't mark somebody directly behind them. You're a fast player and you're a good athlete. I could just tell by looking at you. Don't stand behind somebody because then you can't get past their body to win the ball. Go off to the side of them. I would get off to the side of somebody, left or right. I don't care. As the ball moves, I'll slide to one side or the other of a player that I'm marking. I'm not standing behind him. I can't run through him to win the ball. I have to run at an angle in front of him to win the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, so I hate to see defenders marking from behind somebody. I can't win the ball behind you. If you're a target player and I'm standing behind you, how am I going to win the ball?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
get yourself off to an angle, a little bit of arm on their back, a little bit of contact, and read that service. If you're contacting them, Devon, you can watch the ball. If you lose contact with the player and the ball, you're in trouble. You're going to struggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would be focusing on the ball while I have some contact with the guy, running past you or whatever, have some contact with him so you can read the ball. You know, and read that service and make that jump. Devon, I'm going to go see you play this year. You better be jumping that ball or I'm going to be yelling at you.
Okay.
You got me fired up. I'm ready to go play.
Hey, it's easy to get fired up. Hey, you sit around talking sports with soccer players, baseball players, man. They get all they want to go out and hit a home run next time, you know. Good talking to the kids. So I appreciate the opportunity.
No problem. John, you want to share your position with Mr. Smith?
I mean, I don't. I mean, for club, I play as a outside mid or a striker, but for high school, I've been playing as a wing back.
Playing outside back?
Yeah,
Are
like
you?
a wing back. We play like a 3-5-2, so there's only one
Okay.
player on the side, so I usually play there.
You're playing one of the three in the back, the wide side, one of the three on the back of the defensive
So it's
three,
like it's like 3 center backs
right?
and then
Five midfield.
5 midfielders, but they're like left mid and right mid, and so they're like the only defense and only wide players for attack.
You're on the right side of that. Then you're saying,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
All right. So now you have three defenders, right, in the middle. Now
Yeah.
they're going to receive balls, and they've got to find somebody's feet, right? So
yeah,
they've got to be looking. And I'll tell you from my experiences, I'm under pressure as a defender. I look up, there's Bogey, there's Ramon Mifflin, there's Beckenbauer. They're showing for the ball, and they let me know they're there. So your job is to connect those defenders with the ball. You don't want them playing over your head, right? You want them playing through the midfield, playing your feet.
yeah,
So you've got to check off of your guys that are marking. You've got to check into space, and they have to know you're there, and you have to demand the ball. There's quiet players out there that get in great positions. No, we don't know they're there. And the player's vision who has the ball isn't what it should be, so he doesn't see you. So you've got to vocalize that. You've got to get off that ball hard, get off your mark strong, show for the ball, and demand the ball then, and have them play. You've got to be the link between the defense and the forwards. So, you got to, your job is to take the pressure off those defenders and find space for them to find your feet. You're an attacking player then in that position. They're defending. They got their hands full back there. They're not going to make a 40-yard run forward with the ball. They want to find your feet with it. You know what I mean? So your job is to get away from people, your marks, and show for the ball and let them know. I tell them before the game, look, I'm going to be on. I'm out wide. I'll get rid of my mark. Look, find me out here wide. Find me. I'll be there every day, every time. You have to get yourself exposed and get the ball served to you so you can play. If they're playing over your head, it's your fault sometimes because they don't see you, they don't hear you. Hell, I'm just going to bang this ball down the field. I'm too nervous with the ball. If I know John's showing for me all the time there, I'm relaxed now with the ball. I get it. I can find you. Bang, simple, and then we go forward.
Thank you.
Kind of work hard without the ball. That's what you have to do. You can't be standing around waiting for anything to happen. You're moving.
Yeah, thank you.
Good boy, John. I'm going to hope. What school do you play for, John?
Princeton Day.
Oh, that's what you told me that. All right.
And then we got Sebastian. Let him tell you his position.
All right, Sebastian.
And
What
we'll
do you got?
close it out.
So I play center attacking mid / forward. Like this year, like for high school, I played center attacking mid, but they're thinking of moving me striker this year. So.
All right, so you're on the ball a lot. You're the attacking part of the midfield. Who's your defensive midfielder? You know who's behind you there?
Like you want me to say like my actual teammate who's?
No, but I mean you know who he is. He's very important to you.
Oh yeah.
It's a midfield behind you. He's
Right,
gonna let you know when you're tracking somebody. You can't be getting dragged back defensively if he's standing behind you unmarked. You got to check him to him. You know what I mean?
Right.
To save your strength going forward because you're in the attacking end of things. And you've got. I mean, you've got to be doing a lot of work off the ball too, Sebastian. That's your game is to get in your positions, and you've got to make smart decisions without the ball to put you in good positions to receive it. I mean, you can't let yourself get marked. If you're standing too close to somebody, you're not doing the job. And you've got to be your head's got to be on a swivel, Sebastian, because you're in the middle of the field. You got it all around you. It's a little bit easier. Let's say for John out wide right, he's got the game in front of him. He can see it come to him. You're in the middle of the field. You've got to be like just move. Your head's got to be. You got to be looking around you. You have to know where your first touch is going, what direction before the ball's even played to you. You've got to know where you're moving with that. But you can't wait to get a ball, Sebastian, to even start thinking about playing soccer. Then, you know what I mean? You've got to have in your mind because you've looked. I got room to my right. I'm marked behind me to my left. I'm going to my right because there's room there. You've got to know that before a ball gets played to. So that your game is before you receive a ball. That's when your intelligence kicked in. That's the same with basketball, any sport. Before you receive, you got to do your homework and find out what's going on this field here. How are we going to dangerously attack this team right now? And I've got like a second or two to make that decision on the field and be a dangerous player. Work off the ball. Work off the ball, man. That's a good vision. I'm sure you got vision in your game, Sebastian. You play in the middle. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Appreciate
All
it.
right, all right, Sebastian. That's soccer talk here with the young guys. Love it.
Thanks, Bob. Anything else from anybody else?
I just thank you giving us 2 hours on a Sunday night. We really appreciate it.
Yeah,
2
thank
hours. That's
you.
like 10 minutes. It was only 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes. I got 7:15 here, Reg.
I told it flies by. It flies by.
Yeah, well, hey, you do something you love. You talk to people that are in what you're doing, and they have interest in talking to you about it. I'm all about it, Reggie. No problem there.
You're more than welcome to jump on and hear from Billy next week.
Yeah, I'll try to figure out if I can do that. I'll have to have somebody sit here with me and try to figure it out. But I will be listening next week. I will
Cool.
be doing that.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks, guys, for including me in your show. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
take
thank
care.
you.
Be well.
Thank you.
It's a good deal.
Thanks,
A
Bob.
lot of fun. You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for the advice too.
Yeah,
no
for
problem,
sure.
guys.
Thank you.
No
Thank you.
problem, guys. I'll be looking at you.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Night.
Good night, guys.